What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of F1 2020. We've got an exciting new development coming out of Cooper Motors today, and it's not going to be anything performance-wise. It's purely cosmetic, but I think it turned out really, really well. This is our brand new livery that we are going to be rolling with, and I feel like it looks amazing. Seriously, I really, really like it. It's still fairly simple. It's still fairly classic. You know, it's well put together. It's not too crazy. There are some pretty crazy ones out there that we'll check out eventually, but I feel like it's got some really nice lines and blockages to it. You guys can see we've kind of got like the wave down the side here, so it kind of fits that Pacifico main sponsor theme that we have. And I think it turned out amazing. Now, of course, we are going to have to add on our other sponsors here. So I'm going to say on the side up here, let's see what works where. I like the Meunier up there. I'm going to put that in slot 2. We might be able to get, I mean, Suju doesn't look bad right there in slot 3. And then PSD on the wing. That's not bad. PSD there, not bad. I guess we'll put PSD on the wing up here. That doesn't look bad at all. The other thing you'll notice is we did change up our fire suit, a racing suit here, and gloves and everything. We're going with a whiteout look with the baby blue, you know, kind of accent color there. Feel like it looks pretty good. I like it. You know, we still have a little bit of the black tied in with the helmet, but I feel like this is going to be a really nice, really clean look that we have going on. It's going to fit in well with this new livery. So, dude, it looks so good. I really love how this turned out. Hopefully you guys do as well, and I'm ready to see it on track. Moving on back to our overview here, we've got the Russian Grand Prix happening this week, and we've got a short week leading up to it, so quick turnaround time, not much for the team to be able to work on. That's fine. We're kind of in a bit of a saving mode right now anyway. So let's take a look at our activity here. We've got G-Force training. Not going to do that because it's our second driver. We're going to be replacing him. Driver promotion filming for us, get us some acclaim, chassis team building, but we aren't really doing all that much with our research and stuff right now. And then the marketing strategy conference is going to get us team acclaim. I'm thinking let's go for team acclaim. I think that's the most important for us. Now, like I said, we are kind of in saving mode right now. So you guys know, like I said in the last episode, you know, we're getting down towards the end of the season. We might invest a little bit more before the end, but we're trying to save up some money to potentially be able to sign some new drivers. And I was looking at it, if you go over to the driver market here. So really, we've been focused on Carlos Sainz, but there are quite a few heavy hitters that are in the same ballpark in price range. Sergio Perez is 9.02, Romain Grosjean, Charles Leclerc, Daniel Ricciardo. Dude, I love Danny Rick. He's one of my favorite drivers. I feel like he'd be such a fun teammate to be with. And I mean, he's only, you know, 1.5 more than our boy Carlos, and he's got more experience, he's got more awareness, pace, overall rating, etc. So I don't know. Obviously these are going to fluctuate, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully some of these guys get mad at their current teams and they bring down their price a bit. But we have a lot of options, so we're trying to save money for that. I also want to save R&D points here because some seasons it's not always guaranteed, but towards the end of the season they will announce changes for the upcoming season. And if you don't have enough R&D points to move all your old stuff over into this new like requirement, then you lose all your progress. So although we could be doing some more R&D, I feel like we might want to play it safe for the next couple of races just to make sure that doesn't happen to us. So we're not going to do any R&D. Currently we have a part in development. The monocoque structure weight reduction is going to be a major impact. It's going to be delivered on the 28th of September, which is not going to be in time for this race. So I'm thinking let's just go in advance. We're good to go. Nothing too crazy here. New livery, new suit. Everything's looking fantastic. This is going to be fun. Taking a look at the weather forecast for this weekend, we've got sunny and dry qualifying and a dry race as well. Looks like it is going to be a little bit overcast for most of the race, so you know, might be a little bit cooler in terms of track temperatures and stuff like that, but we won't really notice that much of a difference. So here we go. Let's get it. Russia, baby. This is a pretty fun track. It's got some interesting complications. It's got a couple of fairly difficult corners. It's also got some really fast straights and good overtaking zones. So I feel like it should be a fairly balanced track. Hopefully we could come up with a good performance here. This is in Sochi, right? Isn't this Is this where they were going to host the Olympics, or did they host them? This was a while ago, but I'm pretty sure they did. Back in, 2016, 2014, something like that. Man, it's kind of sad we didn't get the Olympics this year, but here we go. All right, so really long first section through here after the start-finish line. We break, go into this corner. This corner is equally as impressive, if not more so, dude. It is just this super long left. You just slowly get closer and closer to that apex. Work your way through it. Looking pretty good so far. Looks like we lost our P1 positioning there to Charles. And we might have gotten it back a little bit. Lost it again. That's all right. I'm not expecting to keep it. As the track goes on, it's going to get a little bit more difficult. Obviously, our car is really good in the straights. We're going to lose a little bit of time and stuff in the corners. Ooh, really kind of got loose there a little bit. Let's focus up here. I always look up at the top left, and then we end up, kind of falling back a little bit. So we're going to be fine. We are going to be A-okay here. Break through this. Woo, coming in pretty hot there, not going to lie. Come around this corner. Let off a little bit. Get back on it. We got this little left-right chicane through here. Got to watch out for those big orange barriers. The curbs, those things are pretty nasty. And then a couple of right-handers to end the lap. And the start-finish line is way back here at the very start of this straight. So, not too bad. We'll take it. P7 to start things off. I feel like we're pretty solidly P7. I haven't really adjusted the difficulty settings as much lately just because we've had so many weird wet races and stuff. Might want to start upping it a little bit, but
let's review our top three today. Bottas, Leclerc.
I kind of like where we're at. I feel like if we have good races, we could potentially get up towards 5th place and top 5 and stuff, and if we don't do well, then we fall back. P7 is a pretty balanced spot. We did have a question from the reporters. They asked us again who we wanted to have as our rival. We had the choice of Seb, Max Verstappen, Charles Leclerc, and Valtteri Bottas. So I went with Charles Leclerc. I don't think we're going to be able to compete with any of those guys, but I figured they were just going to keep on asking it, so we might as well answer it, and we'll just get blown out of the water. Really overcast looking day.
And the Russian Grand Prix, one of 8 cities in the world to play host to both the Olympics and a Formula One race. It's a Grand Prix that's proven difficult to crack for anyone beyond the first 2 rows of the grid in recent years, so let's see if that can change today. Built on the shores of the Black Sea, the Sochi Autodrome is a 3.6-mile tour around some of the venues built for the 2014 Winter Olympic Games.
2014 Winter Olympics, we were right.
More challenging, but with 56% of the lap taken absolutely flat out, we certainly won't be wanting for pure speed. A fitting arena then to do battle at the pinnacle of motorsport.
Dude, this is pretty cool. So it's a track built around those old buildings and setups and stuff for the Olympics back in 2014. I like that.
The boss wants another points finish this weekend. Let's give it everything.
All right, we're going to be hunting for a points finish. I would say we're in a pretty good spot to be able to do just that. Looks like our strategy is going to be to come in and take a pit at lap 7 for the mediums there. And I guess let's take a look, see if we can adjust this at all. Nope. Looks like if anything, we could go a little bit later. Is it going to affect us if we went to lap 8? But I'm going to say let's do lap 7, see if we can get some undercuts going on. So I'm good with that. In terms of fuel load, we have a 13-lap race. 15.3 laps of fuel. We did kind of run out of a little bit of fuel last time, so I think I'm going to go to 30.2 kilograms here. We're going to have an extra 2 laps to be able to work with. I love this new livery, dude. It looks so good. We look so menacing. Looking kind of like the black Mercedes that are currently out there. I didn't even realize that until now. I'm pretty sure there's an update to this game coming soon that we're going to be able to actually have Hamilton and Valtteri in that. Woo. Looking pretty good here off the start. I'm going to try to... Ooh, we had a collision with Verstappen there. He ran into us. I mean, that's not my fault. Back up to Rich Mix with the overtake mode on. We're kind of on the inside here. We want to make sure we don't get loose. Trying to get around Charles if we can. We got... kind of. Woo! Yes, we got around him. Holy cow. P7 to P3 to start this thing off. What happened back there? Was that on us?
Great first lap. Keep it up.
Somebody got loose back there. I don't know what happens. I realize, I mean, I'm probably braking a little bit too early. I was just trying to make sure that we weren't going into the back of anyone. Modulate our braking a bit, you know, kind of brake early, and then if you want to kind of speed up the pace a little bit, you can lift off, but at least make sure you're not gonna run into them no matter what. Whew. This thing is quick. This is a good track for us, dude. Couple of the tracks that we've seen on this circuit, Baku namely, that's where we got our first and only win of the season. This one kind of has similarities to it. We've upped our difficulty quite a bit since then, but I don't know, dude. It's pretty good. Back up to the rich mix with the overtake mode. I'm gonna mainly use these on. Oh my goodness, dude, we're going so fast. All right, back down. That corner gets a little bit sketchy. I think you're supposed to take it at full speed, but we were right on the edge of losing that there. We just set the best first sector of the race out of anyone, but we're keeping up with Hamilton decently. It does look like he's probably going to start taking off on us. It'd be nice if we could stick with him until we get to DRS range, but I don't think that's going to happen. I'm just worried this is going to be one of those races where we start off really well, and then we slowly but surely get eaten up by the competition in the back. But I mean, that's all right. I'm not upset by that. They're quicker than us, so the fact that we're out here is pretty exciting in and of itself. Just trying to hang in there, dude. This is definitely the most complicated section of this track, trying to, you know, get good exits out of these corners while also prepping to get good entries into the next corner. It's a lot more difficult than just slamming the gas and you know, doing your thing. Woo.
DRS is being enabled this lap. We can use DRS when you are within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
So it looks like Seb's gonna end up going around us here. That's all right. Want to be careful, don't want to go breaking into him here. We're gonna get DRS on him. I actually don't even remember where the DRS zones are. Nope, there's no DRS here. Such a sketchy corner, dude. Very, very sketchy corner. All right, so we got Seb in front of us. Albon's hunting behind us here. Let's just try to stick with it. I mean, we're in a good spot. It's 13 laps. We're up here in P4 to start things off. We're actually keeping up with Seb. Might have hit the brakes a little bit too hard back there. Looks like we lost a little bit of time. But yeah, we're in a good spot. You know, we're lap 3 out of 13, so we have time. We got fuel to burn. We actually might be able to get around him here. Probably not though. I'm gonna hold off on that. Holy cow. Even if we, you know, just kind of stay alive, like even if we get eaten up by a couple people behind us, like we lose 2 spots, we're still in P6. So I'm feeling pretty good about our odds for this race. Who knows? This new rivalry with Leclerc, we might actually be able to get something done. We can't really be touched on these straights.
We're leading our teammate by 12.4 seconds.
Come on, baby. We got DRS, we got ERS, we got overtake mode, we got rich mix. Woo! Got it back! Playboy, let's go! Off to the races. I'm gonna go back to overtake mode, back to the rich mix. Dude, you just gotta hold the wheel so steady through there. You gotta hold it so steady through that section. Albon's back behind us now. Interesting.
Our gap to the car in front is 1.9 seconds.
1.9 behind Hamilton, still hanging in there. It's not exactly where we want to be. I'd love to be more in DRS range, but I guess we'll see what happens. We got a sea of 3 behind us. Looking to take our spot if they can. Obviously, pit stops are going to play a huge role for this pack here. If we could have a good pit stop, we might end up being in a pretty good spot. It does look like our rich mix fuel burn off is not that bad. Our ERS is definitely went a little bit wide there. Our ERS is definitely burning off fairly quickly, but our rich mix is not using that much fuel, so I think we might be able to be a bit more aggressive with that. That was actually a really nice corner right there. Kind of let off a bit rather than using the brakes. Ooh, gotta watch out for hitting those orange curbs. I'm trying to see if we can maybe try to catch up to Hamilton. I don't really foresee it happening. I'm being pretty aggressive with our rich mix use. We definitely don't want to get too crazy with it. Last race, we ended up kind of running out of gas, and that ended up causing some problems for us in Singapore. So, I mean, this straight, we could probably use it as well as those first two straights. Not a bad idea, but let's not get too crazy. Whew. This is just this is a fun track. It's just a very, very fast track. Tons of speed. Lewis he's gaining throughout the entire lap, except for this sector through here. We got it down to 1.8 seconds. He had it up to like 2.4, 2.5. So, I mean, if we could chain together some better middle and end sectors, then we might be in a good spot, but I don't really foresee us catching them. If we're able to hang in here and get some sort of a podium, I mean, that would be hype, especially with the new suit, especially with the new livery. Sponsors would be stoked with that, obviously. Kind of gain a lot of attention. I just love the look of a black F1 car. I don't know what it is. That new Mercedes livery that they're rocking this year is just beautiful. And now that we did this, I don't know. I think it looks amazing. Yeah, dude, this section through here is just rough for us. You guys can see Hamilton's back up to a 2.4 second lead over us. We had that down to like a 1.7. Here, right now it's 2.6.
We're coming in this lap.
It's 2.6. Let's see what happens at the end of this straight. Dude, we're just so fast. Just hold her steady, Trev. 2.6. Down to a 2.2, 2.1. We gained half a second on him through that sector. Our car is so fast. Our team has done a really good job with that. We just need to find ways to be quicker through the corners. I mean, obviously downforce and chassis and stuff like that, as we do that, it's going to get better.
The gap to the car ahead is 2.3 seconds.
There's also a big responsibility on me as the driver to be able to do better. Looking at our fuel, dude, we're looking really good. We're about halfway through this race, and we've only used a little bit more than a quarter of the extra fuel that we have on board. So ideally, we really kind of run this a little bit harder, get a little bit more aggressive with it. I'm going to do more switching, like even in a little area like this, I'm going to throw it on. Just because, I mean, you know, obviously it's, oh shoot, that was not good. They might be thinking about making a move here. Just because we, I mean, obviously we get more horsepower and more speed out of it. Make sure we brake it time. Whew, we're good. We get more horsepower and speed, but we also burn it off so we get lighter. So overall, our lap times are going to get better as it goes on. So we definitely want to try to do that as much as possible. So let's see where we come out of the pits here. This is a very long pit lane. There's our crew up there. Looks like we won't be coming out in last. At least I hope not. 2.3 seconds. I guess it depends on where we're going to be able to hit the gas. We might actually come out in last place. Maybe not.
We want to finish the race on this compound.
Hold on a second. We are not coming out in last, baby. We're P20. We're ahead of the Williams. Okay, my bad. I did not realize that it was...
Target is +1. Faster engine modes are available.
Yep. Sounds good to me. We're going to run this on Rich, and we're really going to get out there, baby. So we're in a good spot. We you know, went through pit lane with no issues. Didn't have any traffic. Had a fairly quick pit stop at 2.3 seconds. We're going to be on these fresh tires. We're going to start burning off our fuel. We were in P3 when we went in, so really we just got to focus on having the best outlap possible here. Make sure that we don't lose any... Whew, don't lose any position with that. And we'll see how everything shakes up. Looks like our teammates in the pits here. Alright, let's see how this strategy panned out. We're going to start jumping a lot of guys here. Looks like, who's that coming? That Ferrari, and there's a Red Bull coming out of the pits back behind us. Looks like we've got Hamilton up there in front of us. He's a provisional P9. Got to get that P out. Provisional. But I would imagine he's probably actually P2 once everybody gets into the pits, which means that we're in a pretty good spot.
Boxed for the mediums. Car behind on the medium tire.
We're actually closer to him than we had been before. About 1.5 seconds behind him. I kind of want to get a little aggressive here. See if we can catch him. Oh no, I'm sorry. I was looking at Magnussen in front of us. I was feeling pretty good about it. No, we're behind Hamilton for sure. Yeah, Hamilton is not going to happen. But we are safely ahead of Vettel here. Ahead of Verstappen, ahead of everyone. Old Kevin's going into the pits there. We're going to come around here. We got clear air in front of us. Ready for takeoff.
That's P3. You've moved into a podium position.
Nicely done. That's what I'm talking about. So we got Vettel about 2.6 seconds behind us, which really kind of solidifies our...
Teammate behind is 22.2 seconds.
Kind of solidifies our position here. That's a pretty good lead. I would imagine in the next 4 laps, as long as we don't completely goof it up, we're gonna be fine, and we're gonna come home with a P3.
3.3 seconds.
Not gonna catch Lewis, but I'm all right with that. Woo! Really taking that one wide there, Trev. We're gonna be careful. I'm pretty sure the like red areas, like the different colored painted areas around the track. If it's anything, oop.
Caution. The virtual safety car is out. Reduce speed and maintain a positive delta. Okay, slow down, slow down. Your delta is negative, which means you are too fast.
We're
Reduce
fine.
your pace.
Okay. Nearly losing the car. This is just great. Good job, Trev. Good job. We're about 2 seconds behind here.
Virtual safety car is ending. Maintain your pace until the green flag. VSC ending. Wait for green.
Well, if we didn't think we were going to lose the Hamilton, we actually might get. We were about plus 0.4 seconds. That's fine. Okay. That could have been real bad there, fellas. That could have been real ugly. Oh my goodness. We are so lucky that we did that in a VSC. Granted, normally I don't think we would have done it because we would have been going at normal racing speed. My goodness, I lost train of thought of what I was saying. We got a yellow flag in front of us. Is that Grosjean? I don't like going overtake mode on this corner just because we get a little bit too loose. I've been changing it to just doing the high fuel mix, the rich mix through there. We're actually 2.9 in front of Albon now. Granted, they've been fighting back there, I'm sure, so that probably helped out. But that little mishap with the caution, we still ended up gaining time on them, like getting farther ahead of them. That's amazing.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
The red and blue stuff, that's what I was talking about. So like the French Grand Prix, Paul Ricard, they that's kind of like their runoff stuff. It's sticky and it slows the car down a little bit. It kind of tears up your tires too. So I'm wondering if that's the same thing here. Like hitting that probably isn't what we want to do. We don't want to end up going that wide because it's going to end up reducing or increasing our tire wear a bit. Whew. I was just getting ready to say that this was going to be a fairly straightforward, I don't want to call it boring. I don't think any of these races are boring, but like no crazy action type of race. And we made it interesting there.
Ahead, but be aware that these tires need to last till the end of the race.
We're going to be fine, Jeff. Calm down, Jeff. We got 2 laps left, Jeff. I got this handled, Jeff. Looking good, dude. Feeling like a professional out here. Flipping all of our switches, doing all of our stuff. I'm going to take overtake mode off. I really don't like it in this corner, dude. We almost lost it quite a few times. You still almost lose it just with the rich mix, to be honest. I'll use overtake through here, though. All right. We're looking pretty good. All that's left to do is basically do our podium victory lap. Not victory, but you guys know what I mean. Podium celebration lap. Here we go. About to enter the final lap here.
Final lap of the race.
Sir, yes, sir. Nothing really to write home about. We're about 4.3 behind Lewis. About 4.7 behind Valtteri. That's going to be an interesting battle. Lewis is close. I wonder if he's going to be able to make a make a move there. What if he made a move, double retirement, and then we come home with the first place? Oh my goodness, dude. Do it, Lewis. Do it. He's about 0.3 behind, dude. He's very close.
Okay, gap ahead is 4.2 seconds.
Just had the best sector of the race right there. If we could set a fastest lap, that would certainly be nice. Let's run. Oop, okay, yep. Let's not push it too hard then. I was gonna say let's run overtake mode and rich mix the entire lap. See if we can get an extra point for our drivers' championship, but it seems as if those hopes have been dashed. Don't really want to end up throwing away what we've done here. That is
Moving to mix
for sure.
Fuel to mix 2.
Fuel to mix 2. All right, sounds good to me. Let's just take all this off. I'm not trying to overheat our engine and end up doing anything bad to the car. We are getting close to the end of the season, but we definitely are not out of the woodwork yet. I'm getting really sloppy on this last lap. I apologize. We're still 2 seconds in front. We got nothing to worry about, baby. So it looks like Valtteri was able to fend him off by about 0.4 seconds. Not a lot happened there, and
Top job, my friend, top job. I was a bit worried about this one at the start of the weekend, but you've pulled through. Thank you.
driver of the day, baby. P7 to P3. Looking fresh in the new suit. Looking fresh in the new whip. Things are feeling pretty good, dude. I'm hyped. That was a good race. It was a simple race. You know, we got decent qualifying at P7 and just had a good start. Dude, we look like we're racing for Mercedes. We have the all white. I really didn't even plan that out, but I didn't even think about that. Their suits are all white too. So we've got a black car and all white on our fire suit. Interesting. Lewis and Valtteri getting it. As always, nobody's really paying attention to us. Valtteri up there with the victory. Of course, Lewis and I standing beside him on the podium. We've got Seb, Alex Albon, Charles Leclerc, Max Verstappen, Danny Rick, Carlos Sainz, and Sergio Perez rounding out the top 10. Let's take a look at the standings. Saw some comments and a tweet from somebody that said I should start showing the standings at the end of every race. So in terms of driver championship, we are in P6 currently, which is pretty fantastic for a first-year team. Now, granted, you know, especially early on, it was fairly easy for us, and I feel like we kind of need to start thinking about upping the difficulty again. I don't know that we should necessarily be up there, but we are still having to work for it, so we're just kind of having fun here. It doesn't have to be the most, you know, realistic thing in the world. Constructors standings, we're looking pretty good. Cooper Motors is there in a solid P4 behind Mercedes, Ferrari, and Red Bull. So it's been a pretty tough fight between us, McLaren, Renault, Racing Point. I mean, we do have a lot more points than them, though. I didn't realize we were running away with it like that. So, I mean, not bad. We'll take it. Looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and advance. We are going to move on to our next race, and I'm going to see you guys in the next episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think of the new livery.
The fans really seem to enjoy that. You made it look easy.
Oh, yeah.
You gained a lot of positions during the race, didn't you?
Car was sticking to the track. Air department's going to notice that. I should have given a shout out to the chassis because they're currently working on something. I'm going to say team expects it now. I'm going to say our power unit. Let's just give a shout out to them. Why not? I mean, we aren't developing anything, but we'll take it.
Would you say we all underestimated you?
All right. Shout out to Aero. Shout out to Power. Shout out to Chassis. Can we work on durability here?
As they could do?
I mean, Racing Point is doing well for sure. Definitely turned things around when compared to last year.
Well, that's everything.
So I appreciate you. That's going to put us in the money for our sponsorship bonus for this week, and I would venture to say that's a pretty dang good job there. Looks like we're actually ahead of Charles Leclerc to start off our rivalry. Actually, we're tied. So that's not really going to get us anywhere. He's going to blow us out of the water. There's no question about that. But we'll take it. Exciting stuff. So I'm going to see you guys in the next episode. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out.